What's going on, everyone? In this episode, we are going to show you exactly what I use for each of my live streams, whether it be my corporate clients, Twitch, YouTube, content creation in my studio here at home. This is the gear that I'm using. Stick around. That's right, today we unveil everything that is in my home studio for content creation, for what I do on Twitch as a live stream DJ, for my private event clients that I have who are virtual. Shout out to all my private event clients. Yes, we are still doing things virtually. We're gonna start streaming DJ sets live on YouTube, so I hope you can tune into that. First things first, of course, besides the controller or the turntables that I'm using, my cameras are what really drive everything. For my A-cam is a Sony A7R5, that's a Sony Alpha 7R5 with a 20mm lens. It's a G lens, so it goes down to 1.8 on the aperture, and it lets me get everything here. But what I actually do, instead of running it at 20mm, I'm in crop mode. So it's about 1.4, 1.5 times on the crop. And to me, I feel that though it cuts the resolution, you're getting better focal points from the full frame sensor. When I want to do an unboxing or a big unveil, I'll take away the crop mode and I'll run it in full frame. My other camera over there is a Sony A7 IV. It's how I got my start in the Sony full frame line, and that has a 24-70 GM1 lens, and it fluctuates anywhere between 35mm up to around 50mm depending on the shot that I want to do. If we're doing an unboxing or an unveil, I run it a little bit wider. If we're doing the side angle shots that you guys see on my Twitch live streams, then I do it a little tighter at 50, 55. Above me is the camera that I use for unboxing or when I'm showing you how to mix with a controller, scratch. That is a Sony A6100, and that has a 16mm wide angle lens. Gets all of this. I'm probably gonna move up a little bit in focal range because I feel like it's too far away and I have to zoom in order to get the shot that I want. So that's actually on manual focus. My A-cam, my B-cam are all on automatic focus. This camera is the only camera that's on manual focus because if I have my microphone here, it will oftentimes capture the microphone or my head, and I don't want that to be the feature. You guys don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. So it focuses solely on the gear that's on the table. Over here, I have two different webcams, and they're just different angle shots. This is my dance cam over here, and this is just my t-shirt camera, so you guys can see what t-shirts I'm wearing today. I'm wearing my own shirt, Twitch and Chill. My Stream Deck is what changes scenes in OBS, and it also triggers drops when the drops are not stored for the quick sample hit in my controller or my mixer. Instead of using capture cards, because I was using a lot of capture cards, what I found to be more beneficial and better for my workflow is actually using a dedicated HDMI mixer, and I'm running an Elvid VSW 4H USB. It only does 1080p, but when we're live streaming, I don't need anything more than that. When I'm creating content, everything is recorded directly to the cameras anyway, so that's all 4K 24, 4K 30, or 4K 60, and sometimes 4K 120. When we're doing, you know, the slow pans and the slow motion, that beautiful cinematic shot, that's shot in 4K 120. When I'm shooting content outdoors, it's predominantly golf content, and my main rig for that is a rigged up Sony A7 IV with a handle, shotgun microphone, 24-70 GM lens, and of course, these things. If you don't know what these are called ND filters. What an ND filter could basically be dumbed down to, sunglasses for your lens. So when you're outdoors, if you want to maintain that shutter angle, and for me, I like the 180-degree shutter angle, of course, unless we're filming golf stuff where I want the swing to be as fluid as possible with minimal motion blur, then we'll crank the shutter speed. If not, if we're getting that cinematic look, then I'm using one of these. These are ND filters right here. And this is a variable ND and a circle polarizer. The CPL portion is for reflections. So if you want to clarify water, or if you're shooting someone behind a car, you use a CPL. If you're just using it as the ND filter, you can see this, and it darkens the more you go. So you can keep that wide open aperture, that beautiful bokeh, that beautiful blur in the background just by using one of these ND filters. There are so many manufacturers, but I do not recommend skimping on your filters, because if you're gonna have expensive glass on your expensive body, why are you gonna cheap down with a cheap filter? Of course, my microphones, when I'm shooting, it's a Rode Wireless Pro, and I have a Rode NTG shotgun mic. For my audio, everyone who comes into my streams, they always ask, why does your audio sound so clean? It's because I'm using 2 Universal Audio Apollos. I have an Apollo Solo here that processes just my KSM 27 microphone. This is running nothing but UA plugins just for the mic. Over here, I have a Universal Audio Apollo Twin, and that processes all of the audio coming out from the board. So it's compression, it's limit, a little bit of EQ, and I go back and forth with how I tweak things, whether it be the settings on the compressor, which is an LA2A. So all of that gets summed down and then run into my live streaming laptop, which is, I believe it's a 2022 Acer Nitro that I rebuilt, and it has everything. It's an Acer Nitro 5 that I rebuilt. Everything has been upgraded, from the RAM to the hard drives to the cooling. And this is also my gaming laptop for when I go out and I DJ sports games and I'm running 7-point audio. This joint comes with me. So that's it. Everything that you see here, content-wise, pretty much it's Sony glass, it's Sony camera bodies, Shure microphone here, Rode microphones on content creation whenever I go out in the field and whenever I'm recording. And hopefully soon you guys on YouTube will be able to see what I live stream on Twitch, just a very dumbed down edition since our music playlists can't be what they are on Twitch. I hope you guys appreciated this, and if you have any questions on how to set up your gear, how to set up your lenses, shutter angles, feel free to ask away, drop it down in the comment section below. And also, I want to know what you guys are using. We're going to add some other things here, of course, another camera, probably a Sony ZV-E1 or a ZV-E10 over here, to make everything look as good as everything sounds. So I hope you guys appreciated this, and I'll see you in a future video. Peace.